while we are sleeping, while we enjoy our sleep, all of a sudden they'll go. Then the place becomes very busy. So we wanted to speak to that the issue of LEC first, have a dialogue communication. Thank you very much for your time. You can begin.
So thanks for giving me the opportunity. I would prefer you remove this because I want to have. Great, thank you. So thanks for the opportunity given me and to have the rest of the folks here today. I think Kwasi is my home. And this is a place that we have identified ourselves over time. Our contributions in this very space, I think, has been indelible, and we have played that significant role as young people of Liberia. So over time, I traveled and I joined the African Union. And then today I'm here after serving across in 5 countries: South Africa, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, and Uganda. Today I'm back home to stretch my contribution as well. And serving as head of communications, information, and public affairs at the Liberia Electricity Corporation, it is my core mandate to be able to inform the public, especially with the trending national issues that is aligned with the Liberia Electricity Corporation. You may have heard several information in the public. And today, I think it is very expedient that we reach every area, which includes intellectual centers, the radio stations, churches, homes, individuals. And today, I'm glad that you can assemble here in a short space to be able to listen to us. And then I will provide you very, very enhanced information about what is trending on the social media, on the radio stations, and whatever it is. But before I go further to the current trending issues, let me bring you to a space from whence LEC has come over the years. As you are aware, in 2008, but prior to that, LEC lost all of its assets at the height of the war. Our younger brothers who were used, you know, the McCoffee there, sometimes the guys would just reach at the McCoffee and say, hey, this is the place that gave you electricity to Monrovia. And while we're in the dark, and somebody turned the RPG and they blast something else that costs millions of dollars, and something that will cost years to rehabilitate. This is the decadence that were shown to the level at which LEC has come. LEC lost all of its assets at the height of the war. So in 2008, when the then president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf took over, she brought in a slogan called "Small Light Today, Big Light Tomorrow." That was the rebirth of the Liberia Electricity Corporation. So in the minds of intellectuals, in the minds of technical people, LEC started literally in 2008 with a very, very much more anticipation from the public. And the McCoffee was rehabilitated. McCoffee was built to produce 88 megawatts And that 88 megawatts in time, LEC had only 35,000 customers. Today, we have 210,000 customers. Do the empirical analysis, see the variance, and see the level of demand that has increased over the time by almost 500%. So people expect that an 88 megawatts hydro should be able to surplusly feed every homes across the Republic of Liberia. That is not significantly true. The current demand of energy sits around 400 megawatts. And we at the McCoffey has 88 megawatts. See the huge difference. From 2008, again, the Liberia Electricity Corporation was under foreign management. That is to say, a group of white people or foreign nationals would come and manage LEC. From 2008 to 2022, the Liberia Electricity Corporation was managed by foreign contractors, by foreign people. And the last group that managed LEC up to 2022 was called the ESBR. By that time, even cars were being rented on millions of dollars. By that period, all of those that came, they were living in luxurious hotels. Millions of dollars were being paid. So at the end of their contract, it was discussed that Liberia Electricity Corporation should now come under a foreign, a Liberian management team instead of a foreign management team. And because assessments were conducted that bulk of the technical works, bulk of the maintenance work was now being carried out by Liberians. So why can't Liberians themselves agenda their electricity development? And you will get to realize that the CEO, the former CEO in these positions were making about 50,000 per month. And at that period, nobody questioned it. There was no problem with that. Because a foreign person was making 50,000 United States dollars. That went man, so he should have that money. Today, a Liberian CEO is making 17,500. And it has become a very big discussion. A Liberian should never make that money in our mind. We should never make that money. And so on. We had the different composition, all of the different leadership that have come, and here they went. Today we have a full-fledged Liberia management team. In 2022, there was this tripartite arrangement with the government of Liberia, the Liberia Electricity Corporation, and that of the World Bank. As you may be aware, World Bank is one of the highest donors in terms of revitalizing the vitality of our electricity sector. And in July of 2022, this current management, the Liberia management team, took over under the leadership of Honorable Montserrado Captain. I'm trying now to bring you to the spectrum of the current trending issues. So this Liberian management team, headed by Honorable Montserrado Captain and his team of esteemed, well-experienced executive directors. And that line, that chain, today Liberia can boast of one of the best engineers like Delhi Shabayo, like Tom Bongawo. We can talk about people who understand commercialization, like Hadi Sharif. These are people who are engendering the quality needs of the electricity sector. And what was very paramount was today everybody, customer complain, I am an employee of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, but again, I am a customer because I pay electricity bill. So I as well feel the same pinch that any other person feels. So when we stand here, we speak as both employees and customers. Do you really think I'm happy with the load shedding? And load shedding is a mechanism that is practiced all around the world in countries that have lower energy supply. And I'll tell you what is the load shedding before I move on to other issues. So like I mentioned, the My Coffee Hydro is 88 megawatts. And that 88 megawatts cannot meet the demands of our 210,000 customers. So what we have done is the My Coffee, it lays on the St. Paul's River. The St. Paul rivers, during the dry season, the water dries or reduces at the St. Paul's River. So the ability to power that 88 megawatt as well, it reduces. So in rainy season, instead of us having 88 megawatt being produced, it drops. It dropped drastically. So the My Coffee cannot produce what is being generated as compared to the rainy season. And Liberia as well, we have had what we call a partnership agreement called CLSG. And the CLSG is the Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. And you will realize that that partnership agreement is, sometimes you hear that Liberia was selling current to Ivory Coast. It was just a technical misinterpretation. So we have this partnership agreement. And the partnership agreement with the CLSG is during rainy season, when the St. Paul River is being overflowed, then Liberia produces, the My Coffee produces more electricity or more energy. And during the daytime, when every one of us had gone to our respective workplaces, you realize that energy drops. The energy consumption drops because most of us, we are not at home. So when the meter is reading surplus energy, we inject it into the lines to go back to CLSG that cut down our cost. So technically we were not selling. So when that line goes through, what happens is that it reduces our cost. And then CLSG will intend either to share it with one of Guinea, Ivory Coast, or Sierra Leone. And that is the same process during dry season. When we do not have, or when we have this issue of low energy supply, what happens is that we take from the CLSG line. You may hear in the media on the different radio stations that Liberia Electricity Corporation is going, this is why we don't get energy. We will address those issues day by day. So this is why you understand that during dry season, and it happens basically the last week in December to the last week in March, and then we'll start experiencing water flow, and then we start experiencing energy to be produced at a very equilibrium level as compared to other seasons. So this is why we, looking at the different issues during dry season, what we do is, instead of cutting the entire country off, we do what we call load shedding. So we place certain community on at a certain period for 6 to 12 hours, and then we turn on the other community for 6 to 12 hours. This is a challenge that we take responsibility of. But what we have done to ensure that we mitigate or to solve this issue is that this current leadership that took over just 1 year, 6 months, looking at the biggest challenge right now is the issue of surplus energy. We have just secured 300 million for the construction of a new dam that will be twice of the current capacity of the Macoffey. In addition to that, we have secured additional 96 million to be able to expand the Macoffey from 88 megawatts to 126 megawatts. Considering as well, there will be a dry season that will come. The Simple again will also experience the normal process of energy and water dries. What we have also implemented, currently is a project ongoing, is a 20 megawatt solar project. And that plant will be built at the same very Macoffey to be able to supplement during dry season, so that we can experience this current load shedding where you receive electricity 12 hours, 6 hours. And all of these have just happened just almost 1 year, 6 months with the current leadership steering by Honorable Monica Trump. This has never happened in the history before. Even a national government to secure 396 million at ease is not something small. This is an effort we should be applauding the Liberia Electricity Corporation. Another huge challenge is power theft. Right now, if a power theft thing comes here, some of you, I can strongly boast you will not receive current tonight. I can strongly say that. And you are the same very persons where you will realize that trust me, power theft is not only a menace that is destroying LEC, that is taking away the economic vitality from LEC. It is a beautiful monster as well. That you as a person, there are others that are legitimately paying their bills. And just by you, another person is not paying, has never purchased current before. And they are the same people that criticize LEC. It's quite unfortunate. LEC is an institution that will have to generate revenue to make service delivery effective. When you call us, we respond. So we need to assess ourselves, need to understand the role we are playing as well that undermines the efficiency of the Liberia Electricity Corporation. People complain, we don't have meters, we don't have meters. Just the other day we went to a community, 150 homes, we meter everybody. And then later, after a few weeks, we went back with an assessment team with our team. And you won't believe, of the 150 homes we metered, we visited 80 of those homes. 70 of those homes have bypassed the new meters we have just purchased and supplied. Isn't this unfortunate? Isn't this unfortunate? And this is an issue that we need to discuss. This is why we are now bringing a conversation to the community. We have a community engagement team that is currently working with the different communities, having this kind of a small town hall meetings, having this kind of a small conversation to begin the conversation from there and take the responsibility and give to the leadership of those communities to take charge. And again, this is a situation that has started to go back. This is a situation that has started way back. And then you will get to realize that people are not talking about those issues. So, under 1 year, 6 months, this Liberia management team is critically thinking how to ensure that we don't experience this load shedding, this heat again. So what can we do? That was the question I was asked. So the thing is to increase generation. How do you increase generation? By investing in hydro, by investing in different innovation like the solar plant that we have just about to execute. So you will realize that these are things that are happening under this current leadership. So in March of next month, we are beginning the feasibility study of the first ever biggest dam in the Republic of Liberia. And that dam will be technically three times of the current capacity of the McCoffey. Just 1 year, 6 months. And I spoke to you about the tripartite arrangement with the governor of Liberia, the World Bank. Somebody said Honorable Captain is taking 17,500. I would like to ensure today that you understand our biggest donor is the World Bank. And because they wanted that efficiency, they wanted that productivity, they recruited Honorable Captain through a competitive building process. He and the chief operating officer. And the 17,000 you are hearing in the corridors today, that money is not paid by the Liberian government. It's not paid by a revenue from the Liberia Electricity Corporation. The World Bank, I'm saying this on a live stream video. This is not a anti-center conversation. That money is being paid by the World Bank. All benefits are paid by the World Bank. So because he's a Liberian today, the previous CEO was making 50,000 United States dollars per month. He's a white man, so nobody have issue with it. A Liberian is making 7. Now let's do the mathematics. I'm not good at mathematics. 50,000 to 17,500. Do you understand the empirical decline of that? Because he's a Liberian.
32,500.
You understand? So I'm trying to inform you today that Liberia can only develop when Liberians themselves take ownership. If not this current leadership, we wouldn't have been discussing construction of a new dam. And this new dam is going to increase employment drastically in short, long, and medium term. Because we will need daily hires, we need engineers, a new substation will be built, people will get permanent employment, and a lot more will happen. Besides that, the greater good and the greater benefit is that Liberia will start to experience surplus electricity. This is the kind of an agenda that is being pushed by the current leadership. And we are becoming to understand that Even the power theft, we have reduced in 1 year 6 months. They have reduced power theft by 5%. And yet still, for the 5% of LEC revenue, the money we generate every day, for the 5% of that money, 50% from technical losses and 30% from commercial losses is being taken away by power theft. How do you expect that the vehicle that LEC will use should be fueled? How do I get paid when I'm standing here and give you the information? How do you expect when your transformer spoil because of power theft? Everybody load on one transformer, a bus. People expect that LEC should come and replace it immediately. And when you check by the vending history in a certain community, only 3% out of 10,000 persons there is vending regularly. We are here. Let's do an observational assessment. If I just now call the power team and say let's engage here, you know how many persons will be off today? So this is a serious issue. It is not only about LEC. What is your role played in making LEC inefficient? What is your role played? We need to be serious to ensure that we support. This is a balance and share responsibility. The current leadership is aggressing on development. And the staff at LEC has received substantive transformation. And one thing that you will understand, why these people are making 50,000, staff were being paid 70%. Research it for yourself. Today, 100% staff salary have been restored. And staff are being paid not even after the 25th of every month. So now our country is at a critical juncture. They said that leadership should be changed, or we want development. Honorable Captain is not being paid by the government of Liberia, neither the revenues from the Liberia Electricity Corporation. Quote me verbatim. I'm the spokesperson of the Liberia Electricity Corporation. And I'm saying to you that LEC is on the best trajectory to reduce and improve energy sufficiency for our country in the next few years. So with not much ado, I would like to submit here and entertain questions from the audience.
Thank you very much again. Before we go to questions, comment trivia, first we'll do question first. Just to inform you, what is moving to an electoral process. And we will be going to our elections next month, second week. Please introduce to you our election commission in December. So you know what we do there is what we lay back. We do not go out and cheat on people. When guests come here, whatsoever that's presented to us, use it for any intended purpose. Sometimes some go to elections, other things. So we just want to inform you in your party comments have my let's be check on that. Because you should be a member of the sector. So we will take the question first. The question is 1 minute. We are speaking to LEC. Don't leave LEC and counter this issue. I'll call it off.
We are speaking LEC, not this.
We are speaking LEC, not this issue. Let's take Kimo.
Yeah, good. Last night, school of Liberia now, from district to district, that was dark. What's it was dark? Why I say so the one on Broad Street, the whole Broad Street was dark. The one on Johnson Road was dark. The one on Benson Street was dark. Why everything is doing the process? For the store about the 17,000 the former Prime Minister took to provide everything that make current for the people of Nigeria. So why is 17,000?
So you talk about, I don't want to dignify on my platform.
Let's go quickly.
Okay.
Answer the question. So let's take Liberia.
No,
Okay, let's take Miles.
Thank you very much. My name is Mark Ismail Second. My question goes like this. You have spoken well, and what you have captured, most of the discussion was settled in Montserrado. So what is the plan that LEC have for our people in the Barrier Park?
The answer to the question is the one released from the Prime Minister to do anything. The school assessment. So I think better that.
So the thing is, we are aware in this period that a lot of things are happening. LEC or Spoon will never speak to you and will never take their cameras and talk about the 300 million that this current management team has secured to construct a new dam, first in the history, with over 150 megawatts capacity, 3 times of the current McCoffey. They will not again speak to you of the 96 million that the current management team have secured to expand the McCoffey from 88 megawatts to 126 megawatts. They will not dwell on their platform to speak highly of the 20 megawatt solar project, the first solar plant in the history of Liberia to be constructed this year at the McCoffey as well. They will not speak to it. And any sound and intellectual and reasonable person will strongly believe that if you go in a certain community and highlight that community, I think it means that you are some sort of missionary used to do certain mission or accomplish a certain aim. But what we are focused on is to ensure that we provide you the effective information, the rightful information to be able, and we will continue to remain on a path, not distracted.
Yes.
And I think there are significant gains that have been made just in under 1 year, 6 months. So these are things that you will never hear. So we expect these things, especially when there is a set agenda. But however, we are very focused on doing what we're supposed to do, and the mandate given to us by the act of legislation that created the Liberia Electricity Corporation to provide services, affordable electricity services to the people of Liberia. And this is the agenda we are passing.
To the second question, is a Liberia Electricity Corporation. It's not Monrovia.
So
why is not reaching other counties?
So you will want to know that the Liberia Electricity Corporation is an operator, and we have a regulator. The way the electricity or energy sector works, we have the Ministry of Energy, that is the policy oversight institution. Everything that we do, they guide it in terms of policy. And then we have the regulator, that is the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission. They regulate every electricity operators in the country, including LEC. They give license as well to other operators, private operators, who are managing other counties' grid. You will hear about the Jungle Energy Power that is in Limba and other in different countries. So LEC has a customers base in Montserrado, Mangibi, some parts of Gombe and Cape Town. So that is our current coverage. In as much as we are increasing customers, we should also be very aware of the demand of energy. So as long as we can create the opportunity that where we cover right now, like we have technically about 210,000 customers, the fact that we can produce surplus energy before we can now expand to other territories. So we are working in our confines, managing that confines. Once we have constructed it down and other innovation to be able to give surplus energy, now we can extend energy to other parts of Liberia. So we have that plan as well as a corporation.